What's up guys, welcome to the channel, and in today's video I'm going to talk about the OOPS concept in Python. Now OOPS is abbreviated for object oriented programming. So in object oriented programming, as the name says, we work with objects and these objects are derived from classes in Python. Now first of all, what are classes in programming language? Now many of you coming from the C++ or from the Java category, you might know what is the OOPS concept, but in Python it is the similar concept. It is nothing special or it is nothing different. It is something in which we make the use of classes, and these classes are known as templates. So these templates, as you can see, for example, if we have a car, okay, an F1 car, and if it has a sleek body and if it has a round wheels and four wheels at the back, and we want to modify that car, so what we can do is that we can make that F1 car a template, and after that we can make objects of that F1 car. For example, we have an F1 car for the Mercedes model, then we have an F1 car for the Red Bull model, then we have an F1 car for Ferrari model. And for example, if I want to make change in the Ferrari model, what I can do is that I can take that object of the Ferrari model, and after that I can modify it. So for example, if I want to add a fifth tire at the back of the car, I can do that to that object. So to explain it to you, what I'm going to do is that I'm going to make a new Python file right here, and I'll go into Python file, and after that I'll name this Python file as oops1. So I'm going to write oops1, and I'll zoom into this Python file. So after this, what I'm going to write is that I'm going to write two basic things that cover the oops concepts. So that are classes, and the second thing is object. So I'm going to write object. So guys, classes. Now what are classes? We talked about it right now, that classes are templates. Now for example, if you want a holiday in your school, and if you want to type a letter to your teacher that I want this holidays at these days, and for example, if your friend also wants to take a holiday and if he types the same thing, will that be feasible for him and you? No, right? One of you has to write a letter, and after that whatever main things that are in the letter, for example, dear sir, then yours sincerely, that I am obliged to, then I hope to hear from you soon, and then your address and your phone number. So these are the types in which they make a template, and with the help of the template you can just fill all the necessary details and all the important details, and after that you can submit it to your teacher. I'll give you another example. For example, if you are working in a bank, okay, and if a customer comes you and tells you that this is my name, this is my address, and this is my phone number, so I want to deposit this much amount to that account. So what you can do is that you can make a template that contains the name and the address, the phone, then the amount of money to be deposited, and what you can do is that whatever that person says, you can just fill in the blanks. So that's how the template works in Python, and these templates are known as classes. So I'm going to write classes right here. And in object oriented programming, we make the use of these templates to create objects. Okay, we make the use of these classes to create objects, and after that we can do anything with these objects. I'll talk about the advantages of oops concept in Python as well afterwards. So right now you just understand that these are the templates. Now as I told you earlier that I gave you the example for the holiday letter. So if your friend wants to write the holiday letter, you will hand him the template, and then your friend becomes a new object. He will write his name, he will write his address and everything. He won't write your name and your address because he's writing for himself. So he becomes a new object, and with the help of this new object he can make changes inside him, and he can make the use of the template, he can make the use of some functions in the classes. And if you have been following my playlist, you might know what is functions in Python and everything, but I'm pretty sure every people who are watching this video are following the playlist. So you can make the use of functions, and after that you can make the use of variables that are present inside the classes. Then you can change something inside it, and I'm going to write here that object, it is an instance of the class. So this becomes an instance of the class where you can use the class in order to do anything you have. Now, what are the advantages of the OOPS concept? OOPS concept is widely used, guys. It's not something that you need to know in Python or else you won't get a job into Python. It's something that is used by major companies and many companies because it follows the DRY rule. Now, guys, what is the DRY rule? For example, as we talked about templates, the DRY rule stands for do not repeat yourself. Do not repeat yourself. So the DRY rule stands for this, and the OOPS concept, it follows the DRY rule. So with the help of the objects you can write down your name and everything, and you are basically not repeating yourself. That is that you are not writing everything from the start and to the end. You are just filling in the blanks. So that is the main reason why OOPS is used widely in major companies. And also we have another advantages. For example, if you want a function to be not accessible to any other object, for example, if you have made a class and you have typed in your phone number inside that class, then your friend who is using that class, if he makes his own object, you can make a function that does not allow your friend to access your phone number. He can only access his phone number. So you can make a private function, and we'll talk about these scope of these functions in these classes that are private, public, and protect. And protected is basically in C++, so you don't have to worry about that. But we'll talk about these kind of scopes in the next videos. And I'm just going to write the advantages that you can make private functions that can only be used by some specific objects. For example, if we have a class for actors, so I will write actors, and and in this class you can only add the name of the actors. For example, if you write Anch in this, it won't work because I am a YouTuber, I am not an actor. But for example, if you write Tom Cruise or something like Jackie Chan or Bruce Lee, what will happen is that they will be an actor. And for example, if you write Shah Rukh Khan as well, it will be an actor and that function will be invoked. So in that manner you can make private functions and you can use the concept, the OOPS concept. Guys, there is a lot of scope in the industry about OOPS, and this is a really important concept to learn. Now don't take this video for lightly because I'm not writing any code right here. So don't think that this video is just an explanation video and it is not important. No guys, this is a really important video, and I will be basically telling you everything that's inside the OOPS concept in a basic simple English manner. So I hope guys that you understood today's video. We'll discover more inside the OOPS, and I'll write the code for you in my next videos. And if you guys haven't accessed my Python for Absolute Beginners playlist, the link is in the description. Thank you so much guys for watching this video. I hope you're safe, and I'll see you guys next time.